child. Halle Bailey and DDG have broken up and the internet is happy? Is Halle Bailey better off without DDG? Did DDG really use their baby and the relationship with Halle for clout? Also, is DDG actually a bad guy, or is everybody just wants him to be a bad guy because he was with Halle Bailey? In other news, Cardi B and Offset are in the club partying together. Cardi B, did you lie about this divorce again? Or there's more to the story, we just don't know what we're talking about. Well, let's have a conversation about it all because this is Woo Chow. Woo Chow. Woo child, thank you for picking up my call. Let's hop right into it. We are back in our original studio. I'm back home in Los Angeles. I miss my family, but I had a good time. But it feels good to be back in the studio with my lights and my cameras and everything like that. Like, it feels good to be back. So as we all chilling at home the other night on the couch watching whatever, DDG drops a statement on his story. I'm gonna share my screen about it real quick. Can I share my screen with y'all? And basically he says this: "Dear friends and supporters, after much reflection and heartfelt conversations, Halle and I have decided to go our separate ways. This decision was not easy, but we believe it's the best path forward for both of us. I cherish the time we spent together and the love we shared. Despite the changes in our relationship, our love for each other remains deep and true. We are still best friends and adore each other. As we focus on our individual journeys and our roles as co-parents, we cherish the bond we've built and the beautiful moments we've shared. As we navigate this transition, we ask for your understanding and support. Thank you for your love and encouragement, DDG." So DDG was the one that dropped the statement. I wonder if him and Halle did that statement together, or was that, because Halle, did she repost it? Did Halle repost it? I don't know that. I don't know if Halle reposted it or not, but I would love to know if it was his idea or her idea to make a public statement. Because here's the thing though, right? A lot of people, ever since they got together, since they were known to be a couple, a lot of people painted DDG as like this clout hungry, need to be, you know, he was nobody before Halle. Now here's the thing. I can't say that. I can't be the one that say that because I've known of DDG way before him and Halle even were together, okay? Actually, fun fact, I actually was friends with, or still is friends, but friends with a ex of DDG back when I first moved to LA. We were all babies at the time. I was a little older than both of them, but like we were all babies. And my girl has since moved out of LA, got a whole new life. Don't even think about this. She don't even want to be involved in this. So we're not gonna bring that up. But what I will say is this: I was close to a relationship that he was in, right? And I've got to smoke and chill with DDG, and I've gone to VidCon. DDG was there. This was back at the time with DDG and like, what's that boy name? Aquaman, the light-skinned boy that he was friends with. They were friends. Actually, we're all signed to the same agency at the same time, I believe. So we were all signed to Studio 71. Oh God, ugh, what a time. I remember him being he was always nice to me. Never was rude to me, never was mean, never was homophobic, believe it or not, which I thought he would be due to the fact of his content of always like, you know, playing like, yo, boy, why you so gay? He could have talked shit behind my back about me. I couldn't have known. But let me tell you, anytime we run into each other, and because I've also ran into him and Halle at like Beyonce events and stuff like that, you know, like behind the scenes type stuff. Yeah, because I'd be outside. I'm sure he was surprised to see me there. You know, because I don't think he ever really knew what I did or like what was the tea about, like why was I around, but besides just being his girlfriend's gay friend, probably, I don't know. Anywho, like I said, he always treated me with respect. He's always been very nice. He never was funny acting, never was like, ew, oh my God. No, he was never like that. Now, in a relationship, I'm not here to spill his tea or my friend's tea because I wasn't in the bed with them. So it's none of my business. But I will say this, we all have our flaws and they're no longer together for a reason, okay? And I want to put emphasis on they were babies when they were together. So like they're grown up now. So like decisions back then, you know, things could have blown out of proportion because like they were really, really young. Like, does that make sense? So like, I can't sit up here and say, oh yeah, well he is this terrible person, da 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 da. He does treat people like this. I'm sure he has stories with other people that he treats people tired. Hey, let me sound like Carisha, girl. I sound like Carisha and Diddy, child. I wasn't there. That wasn't my experience. Oh my God. Everybody got flaws. We all are not perfect. We all make mistakes. We all either learn from those mistakes or we keep making the same mistakes. So, You take with that as you shall. Ooh, child. And so I say all that to say this. I don't like the fact that, you know, Daryl is perceived to have nothing prior to Halle, because actually he was very known on YouTube, very popular on YouTube, was making a lot of money on YouTube. And this back when YouTube was paying, okay, girl? Like, girl, I remember those days. It's still paying well, but like, this was a time where, this was like before Adpocalypse and stuff. Ah, what a time, child. And then he all went on to make music, and the music was actually selling. He actually was selling so well that he got signed to Epic Records. I remember being around him when he got his record deal. I actually congratulated. I was like, oh my God. I remember when he was up for the talks about it. I remember talking to him about potentially getting signed, and he was like, I don't know what's gonna happen yet. And it ended up happening. And so fast forward to then, you know, he dates Ruby Rose. I'm no longer around. I couldn't tell you anything about him and Ruby Rose. Couldn't tell you anything about, really much about him and Halle either. However, I remember when we were at these events, him and Halle, he really loved Halle. And I can't sit up here and agree with the internet on, you know, he only was around for the clout. He only wanted her for the... I don't think that was the case at all. Looking at how I've watched them interact behind the scenes when there's no cameras, there's no spectacle, it's just them. They were locked in, and they were very, very much, I could tell he cared deeply about her and loved and respected her, and probably still does. I would hope so. It's his baby mother, so like I would hope so. And I'm not sitting up here to protect him. I'm not sitting up here to say like he isn't he probably has done tired things. The infidelity rumors are probably very true. I don't know. I'm only speaking on what I can speak on, right? What I can say, this is for fact, because I was there, because I seen it with my own eyes, okay? And sometimes with my own ears on some things too, but like there's neither here or there. I can confidently say that they had a real relationship. And I also can say that Halle was in love with him. Down. You have to realize, right? I don't know if people really, really know, but Chloe and Halle, right, lived a very sheltered life. I don't know if y'all really, truly, truly know. And it's none of my business to also speak on this either, because I don't know much. But I can just tell you what I've just observed behind the scenes, right? Chloe and Halle were very, very protected by their family, by mom and dad, and still is, I'm sure. But like, there was a time, you know, before they were grown women, they were really heavily sheltered. I felt like when they broke out of that, of like, okay, I'm independent, I'm my own woman, I'm gonna go live my own life, that's when they make decisions to do what they wanted to do, right? And I think one of the decisions was Halle being with Daryl, and it seemed like it was her first legit something that she felt like a grown woman in. She felt like an adult, right? And she was in an adult relationship. And I felt as though it was like this fun, he's a rapper, he got his own thing going on, you know, he's fine, he's funny, he's charismatic, he's charming, you know, things like that. I'm not trying to glaze right now, but like, you know what I'm saying? Here you go with this boy, and it's like, well, this could be fun, this could be sickening. And I could see my girl falling head over heels for that. Opposed to Daryl, though, who's had serious relationships and public relationships, okay? I think that he did not treat her like how I've seen him treat other girls in the past. That's the best I can say without spilling too much. I felt like he actually grew up with Halle. Like, I felt like, oh, that's a grown man. Okay. Because I remember this little boy being a little boy. I did. Fast forward to now, I said, oh, that's a grown-ass man, when I would see them together, and how he would carry her, treat her, uphold her. Was sickening. So when the rumors of like, when like she was promoting for Little Mermaid, and people were saying like, look at him clinging on to her and like kind of bringing down her name or her status in the industry, I used to kind of feel like, I don't know, y'all. I used to want to speak out, but I didn't. It wasn't none of my business. You know, I'm very much. If it don't really concern me or pay me, then I don't really think I need to speak. Although two things can be true at once though, right? Because who's to say? Of course, he's now dating the most high-profile woman he's ever dated. Let's start there. Even though he had his own profile on YouTube and he was a rapper signed to Epic Records, blah, 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 blah. This was the first high-profile relationship he had, okay? And I ain't gonna hold you. Some of the rooms that he was in, that I was in, he probably wouldn't have been there if it wasn't for her. Ooh, child. And like, I'm just being real, right? Some of the rooms that he was in and some of the events that he was at, he would not have been invited to nor been there if it wasn't for Halle. Like, let's just be real here. So yes, she upgraded him. No shade. That man has been upgraded because of Halle. He don't want to admit that because like he has a very big ego and he always has. Now that's one thing I will say, baby boy has always felt his zhuzh, okay? His pussy does not stink in his mind. And that's fine because no shade, this is also the same man that is taking care of his whole family and put his whole family on. No shade, we gonna clock his tea, let's clock his full tea. Because if he's this terrible person, no shade, he's put money in pockets around him as well. He's not the only rich person in his family anymore. You're like, y'all gonna have to live off your own selves, baby. Y'all can make your own little YouTube channels and do your own little thing, baby. I'm pretty sure he probably gets a percentage of something off the top, okay? Or some type of something. I could see that. But like other than that, he has made it known that, you know, his family he got like a damn near like the Kardashian, like a black Kardashian from Detroit. Or from Michigan. Yes, he was upgraded, but I don't think that he was just around for the upgrade. I think he actually genuinely loved her. Now, is Halle better off that they're broken up? Yes. Just being honest. Just being honest, because here's the thing, right? You know, when Halle got around DDG, she started being in the vlogs. Man, mind you, these sisters are very private. Chloe and Halle comes from the University of Parkwood Entertainment, AKA Beyonce knows. Carter. They do not play with a public image. The public image must be sickening at all times. No shade. But I saw for the first time, like I said, you have to realize these two girls were very, very sheltered in the sense of very protected, very family, very parents they know the parents are in control of every move to make sure they kids stay kids. No shade. But fast forward to now, these are grown women, right? She's in YouTube videos and she's vlogging. And I'm like, this is interesting for you. I didn't see that. I didn't see that in the cards for Halle. I never did. And I actually did not like it. That was one thing that made me uncomfortable about their relationship. I wish that they could have been public, right? It's fine to be public. But like, I wish that Halle just was never in the vlogs and told Daryl, no, put that camera down when I'm around. No shade. Unless we are filming for something that's like promo for press for me. And like, even then, like, let's not use me in it. You can just kind of film from your perspective about what you are going through in my life. But like, that's enough. Because I honestly think that if she controlled the image more of her relationship with him, they wouldn't have thought that he was just around for the clout of it all. I think that if they didn't push social media, like if they didn't actually have a social media presence as a couple for real, besides like you seeing them on carpets and stuff like that, and you literally just did not know about their relationship behind the scenes for real, I think the way they are perceived now would be completely different. And also people thought that, you know, Daryl trapped Halle. And then, like I said, two things can be true. I don't think that was what happened. I think they genuinely loved each other and they wanted to have a kid, so they did it, number one. But number two, and I think that, I remember in old vlogs, in Daryl's vlogs, he would say things like he wanted to be a father in his like mid-20s or something like that. And I believe he's like 25 now, or 24, 25, 26. So here's a time to be a father. So I'm sure, like I said, him and Halle were really deeply in love, what I saw. And so I wouldn't be surprised if very much Halle was like, well, I want to give you a first baby. It's my first baby. Let's do it. You know what I mean? Why not? No shade, they're in love. So when people were saying that DDG trapped Halle, I was like, that's a lot to say. But like, I mean, I guess technically because they're tied together for the rest of Halo's life, right? Technically. And I'm not going to bring up Halo in this because I don't want to, that's an innocent life in all of this. I don't like that people are commenting on Halo at all. Like I didn't, but then again, like I said, this is one of the downfalls of putting your life on the internet, and I wish Halle just controlled the narrative more. I really wish she could have spoke up or said something like, don't put my baby on the internet at all. Like at all. Like don't ever do that. No, we're not vlogging this. No, none of that. You know what I mean? And I wonder if they would have survived if she was like that. I wonder if they would have been together this long if she had those boundaries. But I do feel as though Halle is better off not with DDG because now she can focus on her career. She has a beautiful son. And I think the next relationship Halle gets in, I don't want to know about it for real, unless like it's wedding bells or like it's something that she's like obsessed with, you know? And let's be honest here. Do we think that this relationship is really over? No, they got a kid together. And, you know, there's a thing about baby mama and baby daddy relationship. They never really gonna be completely over. They still gotta talk. They still gotta communicate. They still have decisions to make together. And with doing that, I don't see them just being like, okay, I'm never gonna be with you again. They could be going through a really, really rough patch right now. But like, I can very much see, you know, here go Daryl dropping off Halo, you know, after his visitation. Walk with me, okay? Here go Daryl bringing Halo back home. And he's like, you know, I did clean the bottles and, you know, I cleaned everything. And I think he got some fresh diapers in there and fresh clothes in there. He should be good for the week. And she's like, oh my God, thank you so much, Daryl. Like, you know, that means a lot. I'm so tired from coming home from the studio and from set. And she doesn't sound like this at all, by the way, okay? So, like, just walk with me, girl. And, you know, Daryl's like, I got you, man. I got you. You know, like, I'm still, you know, I know we're not together no more, but, like, I'm still gonna, like, be there for you. You know that, right? And she's like, yeah, Daryl, you know, I get it. But, like, you know, what we went through was a lot. And I'm still healing. I'm still healing, okay? And he's like, you know, babe, I know. And I'm giving you your space to heal. And whatever you need, I'm here for you. You and Halo still my family. And she say, oh my God, I know that. And then he gets closer and they start kissing. And she's like, Daryl, no, we're not doing this again. I can't do this again with you, Daryl. He's like, babe, you know. Next thing you know, the candles are lit, the wine is poured, Halo's in the bed, and they in the bed too, Chad. Ooh, Chad. You know, it's that simple. It does happen. You know, because they are technically tied for the rest of their lives. Oh. Uh-oh. There was also something that DDG said allegedly on his close friends. That's on Lipstick Alley. It says this: I'm a grown man. I can make my own decisions. We chose to split because of personal reasons. Nah, it's not a skit. I'm not hurt and I'm not missing out on anything. And her head game is trash as fuck. Huh. LOL. As long as my son good, I'm good. I hope that's not true. I hope this is a photoshopped situation, because this would make me feel like you didn't grow up. This would make me feel like you didn't change. No shade. And you are still, like I said, you feel like your pussy don't stink. Like, what you mean you're not missing out on nothing and you're not hurt? You are missing out. Oh, but let me tell you something though. No shade. Like I said, you've been upgraded, little boy. You have been upgraded, okay? And I hope you don't feel like your titties is this big. It ain't as big as Halle's, okay? You are going to be talking on the internet. Meanwhile, she doesn't need to speak because she has actual public relations, okay? No shade, Halle has actual public relations and actually has things she needs to be booked for. Actual reputation that could be tarnished and like is connected to her very much multi-million-dollar career. So I would hope you didn't tweet or say this in your close friends and somebody screenshotted and exposed you. I really hope this is photoshopped. I really hope this is photoshopped, because if you're talking like that about the mother of your child, you as lame as any other out here. No shade. Like I said, girl, you either learn from your mistakes or you don't. Moving on. Ooh, child. All right, so moving on, right? Moving on to another couple that just loves a PR stunt, though. We talking about Cardi B and Offset. Now, I just called y'all last week, okay? I just called y'all last week talking about Cardi B and Offset, and how proud I was of Cardi B for standing her ground and finally, you know, not falling for and going back to Offset and like doing the yo-yo effect, just really standing firm in what she feels. But here we go again, child. And I don't know if this is real or not, but you know, they got Cardi in the club with Offset. TMZ reports, or TMZ has an exclusive. Let's see what this looks like, child. Look at this. I mean, it just looked like Cardi B is just dancing in the club. Is Offset there? Oh, that's him back there. I mean, I don't know if they came together though, right? I think this is a reach. I think that it looks like him and Cardi was maybe at the same club together, but I don't think that they I don't think that they came together unless that was him in the background. But I think they were just at the same club and he was like, "Oh, you here too?" And they left. I could be wrong. But let's talk about Offset was at the function though, at the family function, okay? Apparently Offset was at, I guess, grandmother's B-Day party. And I'm gonna pull up All Urban Central. They have a screen record of said story. Let me see, let me pull it up here.
Yes, absolutely. This is where I like to come home to. Ooh,
that does look good though.
And some sweets too, yes.
Cousin! Yeah! Do a whole 360! Get the way, children!
All right, Granny. That hair is beautiful. Ooh. Interesting. I mean, okay, here's the thing, right? Off the rip, I'm gonna say something like, it's some hood shit, hood politics here, where it's like, you know, that is her baby daddy. That is her baby daddy. And when you have it like that, when y'all got, they got like 3 kids together, child, you always gonna be family for real. So I don't know if that is the case here. It could be very much, boy, all right, you know, we ain't together. I don't live for you, for real. But like my grandma said, you need to be at her party. You know, Offset helped make grandma a great grandma. So it could be very much that. It could be very much that. But then again, it all could be a PR stunt. But I don't see that being a PR stunt though. And if it was a PR stunt, that was stupid. If this was a PR stunt, then y'all tired. Because here's the thing. If this is a PR stunt, Cardi, then why would you record Offset in your house with your granny? You know what I mean? If you wasn't making this a PR stunt, if it was just authentically y'all having fun and like this was Offset dancing with your grandma because grandma said have Offset be there, Chad. I don't think that, because Cardi B gives me calculated girl and she knows what she's doing when she comes to this press and making people talk. I don't see her going off on Offset one week and then the next following week recording Offset at her grandma's party because they just did a PR stunt. Now, granted, it could be just some hood booger stuff, and like I said, they get into it behind the scenes and spilled onto the internet because they want to be loud and petty and loud and immature. But you know, maybe it's just stupid. Maybe it is just stupid. I don't know, because then again, you know, they could be doing this to sell an album soon. I don't know. Cardi B, please don't make me mad. Cardi B, please don't make me mad, child. Okay, so they just dancing with Granny. Oh, they hugging too like that? Like I said, it could be very much to have a relationship.
No, I'm going out tomorrow. When I tell you we're not
playing,
we're not playing. This is the problem. The problem right here is
Cardi B, this body is crazy, darling.
Now I gotta get my gains right here. We're not playing. We're not playing. If y'all want the best coffee and the best.
Okay, now we just going through a story, girl. Is that it? Okay, all right. I mean, like I said, they are family. They are going through a divorce. If Offset is at her grandmother's party, like they said, they are family. They have kids, so it's not strange. But apparently he's still living with her. They are still in the same home. Cardi B said they're living together due to the fact that the house in Atlanta doesn't have anything there, and they're slowly but surely moving out. I remember her talking about that 2 nights ago. I can't find the video of it, but I remember somebody sent it to me, and I was like, oh, interesting. Okay, well, I guess that's how she feels for now, and I guess that does make sense, though. After a while, they're going to move out and slowly but surely move out, and I will say this, living with an ex is, I don't wish that on nobody. I've done that before, and I tell you, that is not the tea. So Cardi, I don't blame you, child. If y'all, they still live together, they still have kids, I would hope she hasn't said she's calling off the divorce yet. So the divorce is very much still happening. I think that they just figuring it out. We have to realize two people, they are people. They are still very much human beings. And they're going to make mistakes. They're going to maybe be mad and say things quickly and announce something that maybe wasn't really true quite yet, but like they're working on it. I think they're going through a divorce. And going through a divorce is very messy. It's very unpredictable. It is a very long and drawn out process. So let them go through it. If that's him dancing with her grandmother in the living room for now, until he officially moves out, then that's just the tea, child. But all right, That's Army, let me know in the comments below what you guys think about Cardi B and Offset. Do you think they're actually getting a divorce, or do you think they just doing this for press? Do you think Halle is better off without DDG, or do you hope they actually secretly get back together for the sake of Halo? Because who wants to see a family really break up, child? All right, That's Army, I love you bitches picking up my call as always, and I will call you back real soon. Bye, Army.